Hello and welcome back to Quests and Chaos. We have a giveaway running right now. If you would like to win your own copy of the Deck of Inspiration, this is your last chance to enter #chaos in the chat. You have until the end of this little spiel that I'm going to give you right now, because I neglected to mention at the top of this episode that the Quest and Chaos Network is nominated for several Crit Awards. This year's the first annual Crit Awards. It is created by small TTRPG players to celebrate their fellows in the TTRPG community. It's a really wonderful group. I know some of the organizers. They're lovely people. And those announcements are going to be happening at Gen Con this Thursday. And for those of us who can't make it to Gen Con, they will be streaming them. It'll be on twitch.tv/Crit Awards, all one word. So if you're available on Thursday night and want to join some of us in watching and celebrating some of the wonderful creators in the TTRPG community, that would be awesome. And hopefully cheer for us. Voting is closed now, but we've got several nominations, and we're really excited to be in such great company with everyone. Like, I guess I could have just gone back on me and tried to make this even more subtle, but there's no way to do it. That's fine. But anyway, thank you all. We are going to roll a giveaway, and then we will get back into whatever these shenanigans are. Thomas, you want to hit that button?
The Baroness.
Baroness, you want to hit that button? Sorry, I didn't know who was being responsible for hitting the button.
Oh, I have it up. Then I'll hit it.
Okay. We'll be back after we arm wrestle.
Oh, there it is.
Someone will hit it.
Eman Morales, 823.
Guest star from the Brawl.
Woo! Congratulations! We know how to find you, but just in case, if you're here, we will whisper you. Amazing. So exciting. And now I get to suffer. So now when we left off, Priscilla, the handler for the Varkenheim Golden Vault team, has rounded up a few fiends and scoundrels, and requested that they do her a favor, a paid favor. It's a job. It's a paid job, but it's a favor because she wants it handled discreetly. And as the team is starting to pick up, she seems to be reluctant to bring this to the attention of the Golden Vault. Currently, after having done at least 2 stops of bar hopping, could be more by the end of the night, they are on their way to a villa just outside of town to meet up with Priscilla's contact from the Cognoscenti Esoterica, which I will have to look down at every single time I say it to make sure I'm saying it right. The Cognoscenti Esoterica, a group of scholars and sages that specialize in studying and pontificating about rare magical artifacts. You have made your way. It's like mid-afternoon at this point.
Prime bar time.
It is almost but not quite happy hour. So if you wrap this up really quickly, you can get back before the deals start. You do still have about...
We're getting some onion rings later.
...half the punch bowl that Priscilla is carrying and Gemma is slurping out of the long straw of. As you arrive at this really lovely villa just outside of town. Stuart, you're probably a little bit familiar with this location. It belongs to some very rich, eccentric nobleman who throws, a bunch of, parties and is a patron of a lot of, just, weird interest groups, right? Like, this is the kind of guy who probably has a room that's entirely just, stuffed exotic fish, that he shows off, and then everybody does the equivalent of PowerPoint presentations about on a Saturday for fun. Just weird stuff like this.
Am I familiar with this place too?
Roll me a history check.
I will. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As we classically say, this is an Alondra game, which means rolling dice is incredibly rare because I just forget to have you do it because I get too caught up in the story. Dirty 20. Yes, you are also familiar with this place. You know that a bunch of weirdo nobles like to hang out here with their weirdo clubs.
prime targets?
You have probably, you've definitely probably gotten your claws into at least some of the people who would frequent this place. Maybe not this place itself, because weird does not always equate to valuable. But you're familiar with it. It's definitely a good place to go, like, when they have, like, the open day, you go to the picnic on the lawn and just kind of, like, scope out, like, who has, like, real jewelry versus paste and things like
It's
that.
like my shopping mart.
Yes!
I go shopping here.
We're working on that.
The real jewels versus not. Or the shopping.
Yes.
Yeah, you, so as you, walk up to this village, you see that Priscilla takes like a sharp right turn and heads toward a very large set of stables that are over on the side of the lawn area. She kind of circles around and then circles around to the back of the stables, goes up to what looks like essentially like a servant's entrance door, and does a very complicated looking series of knocks. Rolling her eyes a little bit, as she does. And then the door pops open, and you see just like the little sliver of an eye kind of peering out. Confirms, Priscilla just waves, confirms, opens the door, and is like, quickly, come in. Is this your team? Is this, yeah. He pulls everybody in. You step into the dimly lit room. This is some sort of like storage area in the back of the stables, right? You can see there's some tack hanging on the walls, there's some bales of hay, there's a tool bench with some tools, and sitting in the center of the room under a hovering ball of light that is like waving back and forth very deliberately as though to resemble a terrible overhead light, is a fairly short, stocky human tied to a chair.
When?
He looks a little grungy. He's got his like hands tied behind his back. His feet are tied to the legs of the chair. He's got like a grungy looking rag kind of tied in mouth, and he just like is like looking at you guys as you all come in. You can see that the person who waved you in is a human woman wearing sort of a long, almost like a mage's robe.
Y'all went full stereotypical with this, didn't you?
I just want to be clear that I was not involved in this part of anything. just for the record.
Does he look worked over?
He looks like maybe someone tried and didn't know what they were doing. He's tied pretty well. He does not look, from your experience, he does not look roughed up enough to have maybe given them anything useful.
Does he have a gag in his mouth?
Yes.
Well, who gets to go first?
Is there a chair in the room, like another chair in the room?
Sure.
Just like grab it, spin it, sit on it backwards.
Joe just walks over and immediately takes bad cop position.
Yeah. Just stare at him.
He's just like staring back, just kind of like blinking, occasionally glancing at everybody else, waiting to see what happens.
Gonna take the gag out of his mouth and offer him a wineskin.
Thank you.
We need to hold it. For
Yeah.
him.
It's,
Thank you.
sorry, I really didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Thanks. You're a pal and a gem. Hey everybody. Hi. How you doing? Hey.
That's our comedy duo.
Found the gem.
You said gem, and we both went.
He just go. Did I say something? Was it something I said? I don't.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Hey, wow, this is sure a lot of people here. Hey everybody. What you want with little old me? I just been minding my own business, and then suddenly out of nowhere with the bag over my head and tied to the chair. And you hear the other woman, the woman who had opened the door for you, go, "We really don't have to play this game. We all, like, everybody knows we caught you trying to steal from us. well, see, that's you got it wrong, because technically we did steal from you. I mean, I didn't steal from you personally. I was not, because I had been here tied to this chair, so I didn't do any stealing, but those other folks definitely did some stealing from you that I was not involved with.
How old does this guy look?
Like, you know,
12?
late 20s. No, late 20s, early 30s. He's a little scruffy. Yeah, it kind of reminds you of Devin, but like
Distant cousins.
sane.
We'll see how long that lasts.
What's your name?
Me, I'm a Grinky.
Grinky.
What's your name?
None of your business. You're the one tied to a chair.
None of your business. That's kind of a mouthful, but I'll work on that. Is that a miss or a mister or a mix?
Miss, if you don't mind.
Yes, okay, miss, none of your business. Nice to meet you.
What did you say, Grinky?
Grinky. Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure I heard that right. How long have you been in this chair?
That would be going on about 30 hours, best I can tell. I don't know. They haven't really, I mean, they've opened up the door a couple of times, so I've seen some light and some dark, so I know there's been, like, at least one cycle, unless they're fucking with me with that, like the way they're fucking with me with the light.
Have you been a part of an interrogation before, Grinky?
Yes?
You're doing wonderfully. I've heard the more you talk, the better it goes for everyone.
Oh, well, that's great, because, you know, the boys back at the guild, they tell me I just, all they ever say is, shut up, Grinky, and I'm just like, I don't, why would I ever shut up? I got so many things to talk about.
And you know what? We
You like
love
horse
to hear
racing?
them. I love that.
Great, because let me tell you, I got the numbers for you on this upcoming race, and he immediately launches into just an almost, like, you're not sure when he's breathing monologue explaining
pulls out
his
his
whole
notepad and
theory
starts
of...
quickly
Excuse me,
writing down
can you
some
say
notes.
some of those horse names? I'd like to write them down.
Yeah, no, I'm way ahead of you. Way ahead of you. Just
Oh yeah, no, you see,
Take
here's the
quick
thing,
notes.
here's the thing, right? Okay, so yeah, everyone's putting the odds on Brickface. Brickface is the problem, but here's the thing, we all know it's not gonna be Brickface, it's never gonna be Brickface. Everyone thinks it's gonna be Brickface because he's got those big quads. That's a problem, It means they've been juicing him. You gotta put your money on Evil Marvis. Nobody wants to bet on somebody with evil in the name, but with evil in the name, how can you go wrong? They're evil, they're clearly gonna be juicing him, but in the subtle way, the way that works, right? You can't be doing it the way you're doing it Brickface. And then Night Lily is a dark horse, literally. She's like a black stallion, right?
Please keep going. We're
Well, that's
enjoying this.
them's the only three I know about. I don't know who the fourth was because I've been tied to this chair for like 30 some odd hours.
That's fair.
So
Okay.
which one's going to come in first, and which race is it?
I would assume it's. I mean, if I was a betting man, which I ain't, I'd put my money on Evil Marvis in the first and the second, but I'd put it on Night Lily in the third.
You're quite smart.
Thank you.
I like you. I can respect a good thief, you know.
Excuse me. I am not a thief. I did not steal anything.
Okay.
So,
but you know somebody who did.
So I should respect your friends and not you, is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, if you're giving your respect to a thief, I mean, I would need an opportunity to do some thieving in order so that I could earn your respect.
You could help us steal this painting back.
What you want to be stealing a painting for? And what do you mean stealing back? Is this like capture the flag or something for rich people?
I think it's exactly like that. I don't know, I'm lost. Somebody else take over. Bad cop, go.
All right, so you've been a part of interrogations before.
Yeah.
So you know we're here for information.
I just gave you a whole load of information about the horse
Specifically
races.
about this painting that your buddies stole.
Well, okay, to be fair, they're not really my buddies because most of them just kind of shit on me and tell me how I suck and I need to shut up. But
aren't very good
they're
friends.
acquaintances.
So you want to get back at them?
I
Make
mean,
their lives a little harder?
that sounds kind of like revenge.
Yeah.
And Molly
Yeah,
said to
no.
be real careful about revenge because it's a dish best served cold. And this feels real hot in here, especially with so many more people crammed into this room.
Are there any windows I can open?
No, there are absolutely no windows. There's the door.
I use prestidigitation to let a faint breeze waft through the room.
Oh, that is very nice. That is very kind of you, ma'am. I really appreciate it.
I don't know what we're going for.
We're going for, we need to know what your friends are doing with that painting.
I would assume they're putting it on a wall, as that is normally what is done with paintings.
And
This one talks. Does that matter?
Oh shit, it talks.
Apparently.
which wall Do they have like a special wall they have planned out for it? They've been decorating and moving things
In which
around.
house?
Which house?
Yes.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna be putting it on a wall, and knowing what I know about these guys, they would probably be putting it, up in the headquarters, because I don't know why you would go to all the problem of stealing such a nice painting if it was that they was stealing, which I assume they was, which is why I'm now here getting accused of the stealing, which I did not do, again, because I've been tied to this chair.
Understood.
I would assume they're gonna hang it up in headquarters, so, up at the guild house. I don't know why they'd take it anywhere else. I mean, and if it was like a nice painting, I'm not really sure what painting to which you were referring, but if it was a nice painting, I would say probably the guild master would want it up in her quarters, up in the second floor, or they'd be stashing it down in the basement in the training rooms. I mean, to the best of my knowledge.
Dusk, right?
Yeah. She goes by Dusk most of the time, yeah.
What do you know about her?
Real scary lady. Real good with the blade. Real good with the boys.
Okay.
And girls. And non-binary individuals. I don't think she's particularly interested in that. She's more about personality. Personality, as she says it.
Aha. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Now, hold up. When was this painting? When was the painting stolen?
30 hours
I was
ago?
going to say the mage woman says
Yesterday?
approximately 29 and a half hours ago.
Good job,
Okay.
Grinky.
So
I'm telling you, I got a real good
got an
nose
alibi.
for these things. And an alibi, which means I don't understand why I'm still tied to this chair.
No, I don't understand why he's tied to this chair.
How are your art skills?
I mean, my ma always said that the little ashtrays I used to make and bring home from school were the best thing she'd ever seen, but I think she might have been, amping me up a little bit because she's my ma and that's what she's supposed to be saying, yeah?
Very kind of her. It's a good mom.
She was a good lady.
I think you should put your cop outfit back on. We're getting nowhere.
So,
Could you show us a thing, like, if we loosen a hand, just like a loose drawing of where those quarters are and where that basement is?
I could, if you loosen one hand, I could probably give you a loose idea, and if you were to untie both hands, I could probably actually, make you a map.
okay. Yeah, we can probably do that. We can still
I'll stand
find
behind him.
Inside.
3 times speed.
Go ahead, insight check.
Oh yeah, we can roll dice in this game.
Just because I forget doesn't mean
That's
you
a
can't
nat
ask.
20.
Natural
or 21.
This guy's a real good talker.
Uh-huh.
He is not the brightest bulb in the box, and you can just tell both from what he's saying and even from the way he's dressed. This guy cannot be super high up in the ranks. So any information he has is probably going to be still limited, but he would presumably at least be able to give you some basics of how to get to the guild HQ and probably some of the basic area, the common areas where the low levels would be permitted. You don't get the impression that he's quite bright enough to be trying to set you up to screw you over.
How we like them.
He definitely could try to make a break for it, but it also feels like he's a little more in he's willing to just go self-preservation.
Stuart is very fast, probably.
I can be.
He's like, I have one spell slot left.
I have a ring of spell storing, which is
Yeah.
unlimited disguised self spells. I put it in.
Nice.
Can we get this guy a piece of paper?
Sure, I'll get, do you want, I'm sorry, what is your artistic medium, sir? Oh, I dabble here and there. I was really into the sort of, the Far Eastern calligraphy arts for a long time, but I could probably just do this with a pencil, piece of charcoal, some chalk or something. Just whatever you got to hand.
Charcoal and paper.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then I am going to, if I were, I'm going to use Thieves' Cant
Okay.
to send a message to Gemma
Okay.
as if I don't want him to see it.
Oh!
And I will just message, don't worry, he's an easy kill if he tries to double cross us.
Gemma just smiles and nods because Gemma does not know these cats.
You do know thieves can't, so give me an intimidation check.
Can I give him advantage and take out a dagger and start playing with it? I don't know if you need it.
I
You
probably don't.
do understand thieves can't, so
do.
you would know what he's saying. So yeah, I would allow advantage if you want to roll and see if you crit or something.
All right, that's a 19 or 5. I'll take
Well,
the 19.
I dropped the knife.
Yeah.
I, meanwhile, am like a step behind the rest of the group, and then I like standing out, like trying to look intimidating with like moderate success. But
Do you know thieves can't?
do I know?
Are you a rogue?
You are
I'm not a rogue.
You are not a rogue, but based on your backstory, I would say you catch some of it.
I catch it, get the
Kill.
gist of it.
Yeah. This is you definitely didn't get to go to thieves classes with your siblings, but a bunch of them still taught it to you. Like, but
it was
it's like the
spoken at home
third
enough.
hand.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was spoken at home
Yeah.
enough that you pick up the curse words.
Your
and
your
some
parents
basic-
trying to talk without anybody understanding, and you're literally the only one who's missing any of it because all of your siblings speak it.
Oh, yeah. Whole family of rogues and one not.
And one not. It's like, hang on, how did you guys all get this? Why don't I get to go to Saturday school?
That's so sad.
Because you're a weirdo who can make sparks come out of her hands.
Don't worry about it, you'll be fine. Dude's eyes just get really wide, and he kind of gets, he kind of like, he's babbling on about whatever, and he just kind of like gets kind of quiet, and it's just like, yeah, so I could just, if you just grab me a charcoal and a paper, I could just, I could draw you a map. There's a couple of places that I haven't really been in the place, because, they're private for the guildmaster and her business, but I can at least show you where they are or something, yeah?
So untie him.
Yeah, and I am the mage woman who let you in, produces some paper and some charcoal, and, are you gonna fully untie him from the chair or just his hands?
Just his hands.
Great. He sort of awkwardly puts the paper on his lap and starts trying to kind of draw it.
Oh, your
And,
mom was right.
after some time, he produces a reasonably decent
Ooh.
How did he get those lines so straight?
Wow,
map.
did we give him like a straight edge to work with?
I gave him my dagger. He could use that.
I don't think.
Hand the guy a dagger.
I
can
think
make
your
them
mom
nice.
was onto something.
Oh, well, I think, yeah. I mean, again, I don't. Sometimes when I spend a lot
He
of
could have been
time.
an architect.
I'd spend a lot of time, watching things and just keeping an eye on stuff and sitting outside of buildings and tracking the compass and going. So that's real
though.
boring.
You could
And
have
so
been
I
an
just,
engineer or an architect.
Jeez.
Why did you decide to be,
well, I mean, does anybody really choose the path, or is the path? sorta-
Yes.
Oh, okay. In my family, it was always just sort of a thing that you just kind of followed what your parents did, or
Well, yeah,
or
mine
the
too.
job that your older siblings got you, or whatever.
Well, yeah,
So
mine too. But everyone's got to choose.
I mean, I guess I never really thought about another
Doesn't matter,
option,
anyway.
So I'm gonna just roll and see how much of a crisis of faith he's having right now. Okay. He's holding it together pretty well.
Okay.
He has been tied to a chair for 30 hours,
Okay.
so he's a little woozy.
I appreciate the note about all the traps.
Oh yeah, no, that place is so they do all the training down in the basement, so there's just traps up the wazoo.
Training for what?
It's a thieves guild for training thieves.
You have to train for that?
I mean, you don't. I guess if you're really good at it, you wouldn't have to train, but not
that explains
everyone's
a lot.
automatically good at it. So you gotta,
That's
you know
true.
that thing where they put all the bells on the jacket, and then you gotta try to pickpocket out of the jacket without ringing the bells. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of that sort of thing. And also, there's something with sharp teeth down there.
That's what they were doing at the Saturday school that I wasn't allowed to go to.
Huh?
Are there
How much of a crisis of faith am I having now?
Are there traps other places? Magical alarms?
Oh, I mean, there's plenty of alarms as far as I know. I mean, I don't know exactly when they're active and when I don't have a problem with the alarms because I'm a member of the guild, and so I think the way it works is like the alarms recognize you or something, and so if you're part of the guild, then you can pass in and out, and if you're not part of the guild, then they go off or something.
How do you join the guild?
I assume you put in your notice on the bulletin board, and then if Guildmaster Dusk thinks you're good enough, she calls you in and puts you through the basement test thingy, and if you pass and don't die, then they recruit you. That's what I did, at least.
That seems like the easiest. I mean, you need credentials to get in the building, right? So if we were to
Well, I mean, you need credentials or you just need a key.
Oh, well, yeah.
Key would be nice.
Yeah, that's probably the easier way to do it.
And then you don't have the whole, that whole, you're beholden to the guild, and if you try and leave, they'll kill your family.
Oh, yeah, there is that, because
yeah,
if you betray the guild... Oh, shit.
That's fine. Keep going.
Yeah. No.
We're all
you're here.
ears. We love listening.
No one will know you're here.
You could be an architect.
No. If I've been here for 30 hours, then why did nobody come to get me?
Maybe they forgot about you.
Do they think I'm already dead, or are they just waiting for me to get dead, not by them, so that they don't get pinned on it?
Well, if they think you're already dead, it's a perfect opportunity to...
You can reinvent yourself.
Yeah, go to a new
Start
town.
fresh.
Oh, shit, I gotta get out of town before they find out that I'm not dead and that I fucked up and that you got oh, shit.
And you know what? We'd love to help you with that.
Mm-hmm.
Priscilla.
As soon as we're done with our questions.
Priscilla is standing over her. She's like, yes?
Do you have a business card you could hand this gentleman?
Which particular business card would you like me to hand
Something
him?
that might get him out of the state.
Ah, that one. Yes. You see she reaches into a pocket, pulls out
Get him out of California.
pulls out a card holder and starts rifling through cards until she finds one and goes, I think you're going to want this one. Careful, don't touch the symbol. You look at it, it's got some weird runic shit on it. Give me a history check with advantage. Or an arcana check with advantage,
Okay.
whichever you prefer.
Okay. We'll do history. It's a dirty 20.
History dirty 20, you've seen runes like this before.
Yeah.
There was a dwarven prisoner up in Icewind Dale that had a bunch of these on him.
That fucker.
Yeah.
Priscilla.
She just sort of shrugs like,
Raise
what
an
did you
eyebrow.
want?
Okay.
I'm gonna drop 20 gold into a pouch. And I'm gonna subtly try and do this. I might try and stealth this.
Okay, yeah, sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. Oh, sleight of hand. Yeah.
I was gonna say, this is one thing 5e does have a mechanic for.
It's only It's only a 12.
Only 12.
But anyway, so just kind of hand it over. You'll need that.
Oh, geez, like, okay, thanks. You.
Now here's the thing though, Grinky.
Yeah?
I'm gonna curse you right now. It's gonna last a few days. Long enough that you're not gonna come back and make trouble for us.
Oh, no,
while we're
never. I
bugging
would
your
never.
friends.
Nope.
I'm gonna do some bullshit curse shit, right?
Oh, yeah. Lots of hand waving. Lots of words.
Throw some sand at him.
Yeah, he looks very, like,
Yeah.
big eyes, very agitated, like he's waiting to see if it's gonna hurt or something.
It won't hurt now. But if you try to pull something,
Oh, no, look, Grinky's word is as good as gold, or I will swear on your mother's grave, or on your holy symbols, or
one?
whatever, whichever one you want.
noted.
Priscilla just gives you an eyebrow, and she's giving you the look of like, oh, this is a little scary.
Grinky,
Yeah?
I have a question.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
You said that the alarms turn off for guild members, correct?
I mean, if there are alarms, I would assume they do.
Do you have an item that you hold that you gained when you joined this guild? Like a necklace or a special button or...
Key.
I don't have keys. The only folks that got keys to the house are the guildmaster and her lieutenant and her spy master, and maybe the Raven master. Those are the only ones I could think of. Even the stable master has some of the keys, but I don't think she's got all of the keys, right? I don't get to hold keys because I normally am just working on the team. I think the only thing I got when I joined, I got my ass kicked by the lieutenant as a reminder to not try anything funny when I was working for the guild. And then I got a list of the inventory in the snack cupboard because that's just what they give everybody when they join up.
Did they give you a uniform?
What kind of snacks were there?
We're a thieves guild. We don't wear a uniform. We just
Which
blend
room
in.
are no, you're onto something. Which room are the snacks in?
The kitchen. There's a bunch of cupboards that they kind of keep locked to, in case they got anything sort of like special for like feasts or something, or if the guild master.
I don't see the kitchen.
If the guild master has one
Did
of
you leave the kitchen off here?
Where's the bathroom?
Excuse me while the DM questions her memory of the layout.
You just take a pen and add
I'm like, wait, no, there's definitely a kitchen in this building. I checked to make sure there was no goddamn bathroom, so we didn't have a repeat of that fiasco.
What happened before?
Oh,
Toilet gate?
we'll tell you about. There's a whole bathroom saga.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to label the kitchen? That is a huge oversight on my part. I do apologize. It's this one right here.
That one.
That one's the kitchen. Yeah, so they got some cupboards that they lock up in case they got any sort of like rare exotic meats. Or if Guildmaster Dusk has one of her paramours around that's got real special dietary restrictions that's got to be kept separate. That like you can't have the gluten touching the other stuff or keeping the nuts away from the chocolates or whatever. But there's a snack cupboard that's just open for everybody, and they give you an inventory list, and if you got a request, you can write it on the list, and then it like sends a message or something so they can restock it. I think currently it's a lot of Rice Krispies and Ritz Bits.
I could go for a Rice Krispie.
Yeah.
Miss GM, can I look at his person to see if he has something that might, like, tell the alarm to turn off?
Give me an investigation check. I assume that you are actively like.
Just like right up, like.
I mean, I guess if you're just looking him over, you can use perception.
Pockets.
If you're actively like going into pockets,
I'll
or anything
happily
like that,
go
that's
into his
investigation. So.
Damn it! Why did I say that? That's a worse roll. Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You start like feeling this guy over and like checking pockets and things. You find a couple of chip wrappers shoved in his pocket.
Are they Ritz Bits?
It looks like it was probably the last of the barbecue lays. You're also pretty sure this gave him disadvantage on stealth, which might explain why he got caught.
Just crinkling.
Just crinkling. You find some thieves' tools. You see the little like holster where his little like billy club weapon would have been. You assume that was taken off of him when he got tied to the chair. You find his wallet that's got like a library card and a city ID and a couple of punch cards for the local sub shop.
I will take sub shop.
I'm gonna get really
I'm not taking
excited.
any cash or anything, but I will take.
Really excited for the wallet, and then sad to not.
Yeah, he's got 3 Electrum in the wallet. That's pretty much the sum total of what's on him.
I will take the sub.
Oh, like
And I think I'm being very stealthy about it, but actually everyone saw it.
Yeah, you're trying to be very stealthy and you just fully like. He's like,
alarms to turn
oh, okay. As you guys are doing this, you suddenly hear a little bit of a commotion outside. Everyone is immediately like high alert and turns. You see the mage who let you in goes up and immediately like presses her ear to the door and then just shakes her hands like, don't worry. Everybody just got back from they were off fox hunting or something. They're all back because Nerd Holla just gave us a raid. Welcome, Nerd Holla. Thank you for joining us. We are playing through Keys from the Golden Vault. We are playing through the masterpiece Imbroglio, and currently we are questioning a very talkative bandit who is half tied to a chair and
You're doing good.
very happy to answer their questions to the best of his ability, whatever that may be.
So I believe this map is enough for us to do what we need to do. And I think.
Yeah.
So what do we do with him?
Is there a regular patrol?
I
Guard dogs?
well, I mean, it's a thieves guild. There's always somebody kind of half paying attention, right? I mean, I don't know what the exact schedule is. I'm not working on guard duty. I'm a feet on the ground kind of guy. They send me out to do things. I only come by every so often when I gotta drop things off or pick up supplies or something like that. I don't spend a lot of time up at the HQ.
That's fair.
I will say, you know, if you go at night, usually the higher ups, like Elix and such, they usually make the puny grunts take the night shift because they all want to get a good night's sleep or go drinking and flirting with the barmaids and stuff. So you know, getting in at night is maybe gonna be easier. Also, like, you know, just like it's dark, right? That's always a better time to break into things.
I mean, Elix is a drinker. He's a drinker.
Okay.
He's a lieutenant that roughed him up a bit or gave him a hard time.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Does he go out and drink?
Oh yeah, no, Guildmaster Dusk only lets the good alcohol, she keeps it in her private quarters for when she is entertaining guests.
Does Elix have a regular watering hole?
I think so. It's one of them places up in the place. It's got one of them names where it starts with the same two letters.
Like
The
Dragon's Den,
Tainted Tarantula.
Tainted Tarantula. Is
Yeah,
great.
something like that. It's called an absolution or something like that. It's a word game thing.
Absolution.
Abominable absolution, maybe.
Oh.
So look for something with
Alliterative.
Yeah, that's the word. Alliterative.
Can you tell me a bit about Grish? Grish.
Wish? He's a creepy motherfucker. He kind of just keeps to himself. He talks to the birds. Doesn't really talk to people. He just
He
talks
is
to
the
birds.
Raven Master. Are there many ravens around the property?
I mean, there's usually like 3 or 4 that send messages when we got operatives out in far parts of the city off on like stakeouts and things. But
They don't like keep watch.
I mean, not that I've been told about.
Okay.
I think they're more for messages though, because you know ravens can talk like people, and also they can carry shit.
I've heard a little about Gwish. I heard he's an odd dude. Yeah.
he
You said
doesn't-
he was creepy.
Yeah, he's kind of creepy. He wears like a big cloak all the time, and he doesn't really talk to people. I passed him in the hallway a couple times, and I was like, "Hey, Gwish, how you doing?" And he was just like, "Ugh," and kind of just kept walking.
Doesn't talk.
I mean, I presume he can talk, but I mostly only ever heard of him talking to the birds. He talks to them in bird.
He speaks bird.
I mean, I assume so. It sounds like a lot of like weird sort of like sort of sounds. Either that or he's just got like a
Can you do
real
that again?
bad.
I missed that. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you know,
I didn't hear that.
you know, like.
Oh, okay.
Do you need one more?
I think
No, I think we got it now. We don't need to be excessive.
that would be silly.
Either a druid or a speak with animals spell.
A ranger.
Or he's a barbarian,
ranger.
so he will take
Barbarian.
10
Okay.
minutes.
A lot of
cast
options
Speak with
there.
Animals.
He could be anything.
He could be a
Lots of
raven.
possibilities.
I want to come up with something hilarious, but I don't have it because of what just happened. So thank you, Appalachian Rose, for rating the channel, and Mad Bird Streams. Thank you all for joining us. We are playing Keys from the Golden Vault. Our party is currently questioning a very talkative bandit whose information may or may not be useful, but is apparently hilarious.
We're rabbit holing.
We're having some fun with him.
Yeah.
Why don't we do
we wanna-
another giveaway?
Let's do another giveaway. We are giving away Decks of Inspiration. This is our very cool 5th edition D&D supplement that we use in all of our games, and you can use in yours. It was created by our very own Thomas Cook. Wave, Thomas. So right now, if you want to enter, please enter #chaos in the chat, and then stick around, watch the chaos unfold a little bit. bit, and we will roll that in a little while.
Can't roll anything though, because I've been very carefully stacking up my dice while y'all were doing plot things.
Also, if you're new here and would like to join our Discord and inevitably see all of the hilarious behind-the-scenes photos that I'm sure are coming out of tonight, please do that.
Behind the scenes photos.
So far, just a dice tower.
That's all we have.
And Thursday, the Crit Awards are going to be streamed on
Yes.
Twitch.
Yes.
.tv/Crit Awards.
Twitch.tv/Crit Awards. You
Not
can...
gonna do it. You can't make me.
Don't worry, you'll succumb by the end. Everyone does. But yeah, join us then. A bunch of us will be watching that. Quest and Chaos has several nominations, and we're in very, very good company. So even if we don't win, it's going to be a delight to be around so many other cool TTRPG creators. Tell us in the chat what you guys were playing, what you guys were up to. We'd love to hear about your games if you've got some going. Meanwhile, I'm going to go back into my horrible bandit voice and let them continue asking questions.
Bandit, Raven.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we did.
So, what does he say again?
Oh, he never heard it.
I don't. I
You
mean,
missed it.
I don't know.
What does the bird say?
I don't.
Also, be prepared
That
for
sounded more
that.
like a dog.
Look, I don't speak bird, okay? I took an elective in Dwarvish for like a year and a half, and I only remember swear words and how to ask where the bathroom is.
That's the important part.
How do you say, where is the bathroom in Dwarvish?
Right now.
Okay, all right, we're getting off track here. Any other things as far as security?
I just wanted to learn some useful stuff.
You can Duolingo it on the way.
Hold on. I'm going to look at my languages.
Linguage.
I say in deep speech, where is the bathroom?
This unholy sounding, like, it sounds like the depths of a cavern summoning forth something from the hells erupts out of Stuart, and he just smiles very proudly to himself.
There's a lot of like weird accents and stuff in there too.
Oh man, that had like 19 umlauts in it. That's impressive.
I
Is that also a new thing, or is this?
Oh no, I trained for
cast,
that.
I cast prestidigitation to make the little chime as though he got the answer correct.
Ding.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I started the underdog so that I could protect the city against underground attacks.
Yeah, and voyeurs and stuff.
Dogs. People with a lot of crossbows.
No dogs, several crossbows depending on the shift.
Ambush drakes. Like,
Oh, that's a really good idea. I don't think we've
Don't
gotten
tell
that far yet. I'm leaving town. She
No.
cursed me. I can't go back now.
That's very
That's
true.
he's very cursed.
He's so cursed.
Man, I feel like I really feel like it must be taking effect. I just feel like I can't stop talking to you guys. I just can't shut up now. Is that part of the curse too?
Yes.
So when are you leaving?
As soon as you untie my legs and stop
Oh,
asking
shit.
me questions.
Great.
I'll start untying him.
Any other items for our friend Grinky here before he goes off to his new future, not in California?
I asked, do you have his billy club or whatever you were holding?
I believe he had the broken handle of a shovel. He can have it back if he would like.
Well,
But
it would be
no gloves.
it would be cruel to send him off completely.
I
Arm.
hand him a short sword
Oh.
His,
in a sheath.
yeah.
And
His-
I've carried this around for like years and have never used it.
You're very nice.
He takes it. He like pulls it out. You guys see that it is badly rusted from having been in the sheath and being kind of forgotten. And you just see his eyes start to well up a little bit. And he's like, "Golly, you know, when I was a kid, all I ever wanted was to be like my pa and go off and you know, wield a sword and protect people and do some good. And then Pa got himself murdered by those bandits, and then Mom took up with the bandits, and then it would just really didn't seem like there was a lot of other options. But this, thank you. This means a lot to me.
And you know what
Ocean
else?
is like visibly moved by the story.
You know what else you can try? Architecture.
yeah, I'm gonna do something better with my life. I'm gonna get off of the Sword Coast. I'm gonna go inland. I'm gonna find a place that needs building repairs, and I'm gonna repair some buildings.
You go, Grinky.
Yes.
Start with an apprenticeship
No, go.
and work your way up from there.
Where you're going, they need a lot of buildings rebuilt.
Okay.
Ask for Mark.
Yeah. I will do that.
And also remember that you're cursed for 7 days.
Yep. I am very
Okay.
aware that if I move back toward this direction at any time within 7 days, I will die a horrible, painful death.
Great. Okay. Business
Awesome.
card. Safe travels.
He takes it. He's like, okay, so what am I supposed to do with it? And as he like takes it from me, just poof.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
A headache.
How did you do that curse?
Ancient secrets.
Cool.
Did you want me to actually message the Revel's End and have them arrest him, or do you want me to just let him wander around in the snow until somebody finds him for a while?
Maybe you shouldn't die in the snow.
Yeah, just get one on the town. Send him
He's
to
going
town.
to die.
Set him
They've
up
got-
with an apprenticeship. See how he feels with masonry.
I'll call one of my acquaintances in 10 towns. Somebody's got to have an inn that needs a busboy or something.
Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Before we go, could we see where the painting was hung before?
Oh, well, that's we hadn't had a chance to, it was still in the crate. We hadn't actually gotten a chance to unbox and display it yet. It had just been delivered. I assume that the
you know
guild
it
was
was in
trying to intercept the transit and wasn't quite quick enough on the draw, so that's why they had to break in here.
How did they know that it had just been delivered? Do you trust your people?
I mean, I trust my people, or I thought I did. I didn't have any reason to distrust them until now.
I swear to God, if it's in somebody's backpack and this crate is a red herring or situation.
No, there was definitely a painting and it was definitely stolen. We do have witnesses that saw it get taken.
Great.
Who were, knocked out, tied up, we got lucky on the draw that we got one of them. They got a couple of our people. We're not really, fighters. We're scholars here. Priscilla, did you not tell them anything about us? And Priscilla is just over with the dregs the fishbowl, like,
Oh no, I said you were the cognizant eroticus.
That's what you saw in that room, isn't it?
okay, the Cognoscenti Esoterica is a very elite membership-only group of scholars who specialize in rare and exotic magical artifacts that we display and study here at our headquarters. And we've never really had a problem with Thieves Guilds before, because usually the esoterica part of our name means it's generally pretty obscure and unusual. It's not usually considered to be particularly valuable. I guess this particular, we were interested in this portrait because it is the work of Dekesi Kwan, one of the great artists of the age, as I'm sure you all know.
Sure.
And it was commissioned by Dione Gristthorn, who, as I'm sure you also all know, is one of the most famed masterminds of the criminal underworld.
Yeah.
In our time.
Yeah.
Ocean, you have absolutely heard
Yeah.
of Dione Gristthorn. She is like the pirate queen.
Yeah, my
of
sister
Orc-
had her posters on her bedroom wall as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so we've heard very fascinating things about this painting that was commissioned and imbued with magic to allow her to spy on her people within the hall, overhear all of their secrets, and it's...
What were you gonna do with it?
we'll study its magic to understand how it was able to do what it does, try to...
You weren't going to use it for spying on people.
Oh, no, we were
you?
fascinated to learn what it knew, not for
But you think that it knows things? It's not just like
No, it absolutely knows things. That's the whole
it
point.
has
is
a
that
consciousness.
is that
It's not just that it's a record.
No, it overhears and retains the information and then
very long
reports
tape.
it back to whoever owns it. And we were fascinated to know what sort of magic allowed it to do this. I personally, I have no particular interest in the content of what it knows. More the volume and the experience of what it knows. Right, Pris? You see Priscilla again, just dead pale, getting to that 1,000-yard stare point. She's like, yep, absolutely no interest in what it's seen or what it knows or anything like that. Just want to know how the magic works.
Oh, we're having fun after this.
At 3 p.m.
We're going out tonight, Priscilla. You're gonna be up till at least 11.
You do remember that I don't have to sleep, right? Uh-huh. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So what next?
Well,
How long is it gonna take us to get? Where is this located?
This would be located, it's also outside of the city a little bit. Different quadrant. You guys are outside of the bougier side of the city. This is gonna be outside the, shittier side of the city.
Okay.
Probably a little bit closer to, where Sloane's shop is, as opposed to where you came from, which was on the higher-end tourist trap side of things. From where you currently are, you could probably get there in, an hour, hour and a half, depending on what mode of transit you take and how sneaky you're being. You also know that you've got probably, 4 hours or so until sunset. And as Grinky implied, it might be easier to get into after dark because you will have the noobs on guard. And
Do you need
Also,
to take,
it's dark.
like a nap or something?
yeah,
before we go?
I could really use that, and I could, gain a spell slot back.
Do we want to do it today, or do we want to case the joint, perhaps? Because also I need to think of something just so I can see in the dark because I'm like shit at night.
oh, I can help with that. Don't worry
Sloan
about
might have
that. It's
something.
not a problem.
Yeah?
We swing back by the shop.
Ooh.
Yes, if you need equipment, I can certainly call on some of my resources and see.
Sloan
is
makes
you-
these really cool goggles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes. Adrisa, is there anything else that they should know about things? The mage looks and kind of gives Priscilla a look and just like, I mean, I would say you probably don't want to. The fact that they snatched it so quickly, it's entirely possible that Dusk has a buyer for this thing. So I don't imagine she's going to keep it around for terribly long if she does. I mean, I wouldn't know for sure. I didn't really ask our friend there. He was very, very adamant about discussing horse racing with us.
How far away is the horse track?
We should stop
Great
over that.
question.
Yes.
We have a transit port at the end of the stables that just takes you directly there. It's a lot faster to get the horses and doesn't exhaust them before they have to race. If you wanted to pop over.
I think we should place some bets. I feel good about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's do that next. We can discuss at the horse races.
Yes.
What were their names again?
I got it written down here.
Yeah, I also have it written down.
Oh my god.
Write that down.
Earl Minerva, I have written down.
Evil.
Evil Knievel.
I can't read my own handwriting. Literally, I have no
There
idea what
was
I write.
a stallion with a lady name.
Lily, Midnight Lily.
No,
The
it
camera
doesn't say that.
zooms out as everyone makes their way toward the teleportation circle, discussing horse names. We will fast forward to
Being at the horse race.
Yeah, okay.
Where we're discussing our plans in the stands while the horses are.
do you want to have this discussion in the private box at the horse races, or do you want to go find a bar that has happy hour special?
Oh, there are onion rings.
Unfortunately, there are choices here. Very important to how this
I'm
module
sure a private
runs.
box would have alcohol.
Private box, take a short rest, and then
Okay, so we're getting the private box just so that you can have a nap while the rest
I'm
of us
very
are
good at
playing.
getting into fancy places.
Yes.
She does look
You-
pretty fancy.
You can literally just none of our we're not racing in this one. You can just use our box.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, perfect.
Would you like if you want to be sneaky and underhanded about it? I mean, I'm not stopping you. I'm just pointing
fine.
it out.
Is
Just
this
do it
one of
next
those
time.
situations where they have like the free box seat area where you can like hit up the smorgasbord?
I mean, we pay a very large amount of money to have a private box that is only for our use. It comes with a waiter and a kitchen and everything, so you just tell them what you
Totally
want.
go there.
Let's do the private box.
Yeah.
do,
Night at
Do
the
they
horse
have-
races.
do they have onion
Work
rings?
tomorrow.
I would assume. I don't do
Works
fried
tonight.
food. It's
Okay.
really bad for my complexion.
but
you
we
can
could
make
probably
requests.
talk. We could talk them through how to make onion rings. It's not hard.
If
you can
not,
go do
I
it.
have an air fryer in the ring. I can just pop in there and make some.
An hour and a half later,
I'm going to arcane recover.
we see everyone sitting at the box at the horse racing track. Gemma and Ocean have large stacks. It's the onion ring tower that is like perfectly pyramided up from
Yeah.
largest to
Like your dice
smallest.
tower.
Yeah, exactly like this.
They
This is
each
the
have
vibe.
their own. You also have a flight of different dipping sauces. So you've got your ranch, your honey mustard, your barbecue, your sweet chili, all lined up. Other food and beverages have been procured. Adrisa and Priscilla will go with you or not, depending on who you want with you. So
Priscilla looks like Priscilla needs some downtime, and there's nothing says downtime like onion rings
Like-
at the horse races.
yes, okay. So you take Priscilla with you. Do you want Adrisa to come with you? Who is this human mage who
Yeah.
works
She
for
can
the?
come.
Yeah, she's allowed.
She might know
If she
something. We
wants.
might think of a question.
Cool.
The
They're
more the
also
merrier.
there. She, Adrisa is sitting in the corner eating the world's most boring-looking salad. There is no dressing on it. It's got some kind of fruit in it. You're not even sure what it is. It looks real boring. Priscilla is just sort of sitting in whatever chair Gemma has kind of propped her up in, is eating whatever Gemma hands her, and just seems very up in her own head.
Do you need to talk about it? Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, the less talking I can do about it is probably the better, but if you have any questions, now's probably the time to ask.
Just offering an ear if you need it.
It's just complicated, and I'd really like to get this painting out of the hands of an unknown, mostly unknown entity before it says anything that would be better unsaid. That's all.
Oh, it knows something about you.
What does it know?
It knows a lot of things. It's a spy painting.
About you?
Not directly. My father used to own the painting.
Oh, so it knows all your like teenage indiscretions and all your
No.
embarrassing childhood stories.
I was over 300 when he acquired the painting. I was well past my teenage years. No, it's not so much about me. It's about him.
Oh, okay.
Tyr's gonna, like, once you said father, she's just gonna, like, back off.
So it's all the weird shit your dad was up to. Bring shame on the family name.
For lack of a better way to put it, yes.
Cool.
My father's in a very particular sort of line of business that is best not discussed
Oh, let's discuss it.
externally.
An haberdashery. From what I understand,
You know,
terrible
You should try
business.
this dipping sauce.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we should make a plan for this heist. Because you did a really good job with Grinky, but I did not. I'm shit at interrogations. I'm a very
I cursed
opportunistic.
him.
You gotta keep
Worked
getting
really
that.
well.
We'll work on it.
That was impressive. I wasn't aware that you knew the Qualish recipe for flatbread.
Mom, you learn a lot from Mom. Or Mom.
Did you make bread at him?
I threw some sand at him and convinced him he was being cursed. And sometimes that's curse enough.
Okay.
Oh,
Fine.
that's clever.
Thank you. That comes from Mom.
Cheers.
So, Ocean has an idea. Inspired by having looked through the menu.
Okay.
What if I used, what if we just went there and because I can do some like mild spooky shit. Like I can make some illusions appear. What if I just like walked up with a few boxes of pizza? They don't even have to be real pizzas. I can just make fake pizzas appear. And I just like charmed the guards and convinced them that someone ordered pizzas. Or whatever the equivalent is in this land.
No, it's pizza.
Okay,
You're
great.
correct.
Awesome.
Great.
Pretty good plan.
Okay.
To what
It's
purpose?
real pizzas.
Because then we get in.
Real pizzas.
Well, I mean,
Well,
but
then they eat and they're distracted. by
yeah.
pizza.
Okay,
They
that's
get
true.
sleepy because of the gluten.
But
Gluten.
And also the drugs we put in it.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I'm losing my touch.
oh, that's clever.
Do you have drugs though?
We can stop at the store and get some Benadryl. It's
What drugs do you want? Priscilla literally reaches into a pocket and starts pulling out baggies of various things.
Priscilla.
There's like pills, there's powder. She's like, look, I've been trying a lot of things to complete a trance appropriately and they're not working very well, so here you go. This one's supposed to be non-habit forming. It lies. This one's prescription. That one I ground up so I could snort it to get it into the bloodstream faster.
Damn.
So we'll come back to that. Back to our plan.
pizza plan.
So I figure it's a bunch
Operation
of thieves, right?
Pizza.
They're expecting thievery and intrigue. They're expecting a very elaborate plan, an elaborate heist.
So if we wing it, I'm just kidding.
So the dumber our plan is, the smarter it is.
She has a point.
Thank you.
I think maybe going off of that, but not quite that, just picking up opportunities as we see them. But we still need to get in.
Well, yeah, that's what the pizza is for.
True, that was a good idea. I really want to know why the alarms don't go off for Green Key. And he was no help whatsoever.
Yeah, he didn't know.
Do we even know that there are alarms, or did they just tell him there were alarms?
also entirely possible.
I'm just saying, like, I alarm things semi-regularly. It only goes off in my head. Nobody else hears it. Which makes it really easy for me to just tell people, you know, don't go in my room and try to snoop in my diary. I put an alarm on there and then they leave it alone.
I put a curse on you.
Okay.
Apparently it wasn't a real curse, though. Just disappointing.
Again.
Why would you burn a spell slot on a curse when
I
you
only
could just
have two.
lie?
I only have 2. That's shit.
Do you want me to talk to your
I
mother about that
upcast all of
sometime?
them. I upcast all of them, so I'm not bothered.
We should talk to your mother about that sometime. That seems very unfortunate. You can tell Priscilla is getting significantly drunk at this
If
point.
you want to talk to my mom, that would be great.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, sure. Which mom do you want me to talk to first?
Petra.
Okay.
Great.
What time is it?
3.
It is 4:30 now.
Okay, great.
I will say, like, depending on how you want to do this, you can just wait until the sun goes down, whatever. If you want to be able to get a full long rest in, mostly glancing over at Stuart, you absolutely would have time to do so. If you don't need it, then you don't have to wait that long if you don't
I'd
want to.
like to scope out the guild house.
Just
I'm very sneaky in my flashy clothing.
And my non-proficiency in stealth.
I'd like to look around.
Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to put the glamour weave on.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I could disguise myself, I forgot. I can do that. I want to look around. After we're done with the horses, did we win?
Everybody who bet on the horses, let's do this as a roll-off.
Oh,
so
yeah.
anybody who's betting, so
Yeah.
we're going to if you are betting on the horses, you're gonna roll. We're gonna roll for all 3 races.
Okay.
Because I only put down what his.
You put down his suggestion,
Yeah.
so you put down Evil Marvis for 1 and 2, and Night Lily for 3.
Yep.
I bet against that because I don't trust this guy.
Cool. So you voted for Brickface for all 3.
Yes.
I do
Yes.
whatever Grinky said.
Okay, so Evil Marvis 1 and 2, and Night Lily 3. What do you want to do?
I think I do 1 for Brickface and then the other 2. Just,
You're gonna feel
cover the
foolish
spread.
when Grinky comes in clutch.
Great. The name of the 4th horse is Grimbeard.
Oh wait, no, hold on.
Sorry, I didn't
I'm going
realize.
Grimbeard instead of Brick Red.
Okay.
Brick House.
Cool. In what order are you? So you're doing Evil Marvis, Grimbeard, and Night Lily. In what order are you doing them?
That's a good question. Night Lily 3rd. Evil Dude 2nd. Other one 1st.
Okay. I've changed my mind on how I want to do this because I have something that makes more sense. Everybody will go ahead and roll 20s, but what I am going to do is I'm going to roll a d4 for each of the rounds to determine which horse won.
Okay.
So, go
Round
ahead.
1.
So roll your 20s.
I don't want to.
Okay. Just hold those numbers. So, first round winner is, I'm just going off of my order here. Winner is Night Lily. Nobody wins.
Oh.
Son of a gun.
Everybody roll your
Grinky.
d20s again. Second race winner is Night Lily. Nobody wins.
Grinky? Oh my god.
Third race winner is Grimbeard. Nobody wins.
I'm going to kill that.
All right, so
Grinky.
we know that that's not his forte.
Okay.
We all bet different things.
Now,
None of us.
and we were all wrong.
And everybody was wrong every time. So everybody can subtract, we'll say, 3 GP.
This is shit.
It was like the minimum was like a 1 GP bet. I'm not gonna scalp you guys on this.
We suck at horses. That's in my notes.
I mean, to be fair, you all got the read that he was not necessarily the guy most in the know. He was just very confident.
Just enthusiastic. Oh, Grinky.
I'm just really glad you guys didn't try to adopt him, as is the tradition with.
If
we
he
said
and Mark hook up and
For
be
a
a
second.
team, and
They
that's
would-
when down.
For a second, I was like, let's do a heist with 5 people.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say,
won't ruin it.
Grinky is absolutely somewhere up in Ice Vanilla in that one town that we never went to, which is why we never met him. He's in like the cannibal town that we never visited.
Oh no.
We
what
sent
have
him
we
where?
done?
There are 2 towns of the 10 towns that we never made it to in our Frost Maiden campaign, and I'm pretty sure one of them is just the one that gets referred to as the cannibal town.
Oh, Grinky.
So,
Cool.
anyway, cool. You did poorly at horse racing, but you had an So, what is the plan?
Pizzas.
Pizzas?
Pizza plan.
Can we walk around first?
Walk around that.
Want to go
pizza.
case it a
Order
little bit?
pizzas here because it's on the tab,
Oh.
and then
Yeah.
get
How
them
do
to
we
go.
keep them hot?
I probably have something that'll.
I
mean,
yeah.
prestidigitation,
Prestidigitation.
right?
I have
Yeah.
that. You have that. You probably also have that.
I definitely have.
We can keep
I
them
mean,
on
if we're
it.
bringing pizzas, they should be happy about the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of like, this pizza's shit, we're kicking you out.
And we should say that, I mean, so who do we want to say, who should we say ordered it? So I know Guildmaster Dusk, probably not the person we want to say ordered it.
Probably
She
not.
doesn't
Gwish.
eat carbs.
Probably not.
Probably
Grimbish.
not Gwish.
Who did you see her having sex with? It could be from him. Them. Her. Anyone.
I didn't get a good look.
Did you
Elix?
not
What
get
about
a good
Elix? Elix drinks a lot.
Yes,
Elix might need
he is
pizza.
going to want.
Oh yeah.
He might not even remember he ordered it.
Perfect.
Yes. Perfect.
I'm just saying, if we also want someone
That's
to
perfect.
pregame with Elix, I am happy to go.
Who's Elix?
Elix the Saint.
He's Dusk's
Saint.
lieutenant.
Yeah.
Oh.
And a
I wasn't
drunkard.
paying attention, I
He
guess.
considers himself a ladies' man.
I've heard that as well.
This works
I think-
to
I
our
think-
benefit, though.
I think he'll probably be easier to pull one over on.
Or off.
Who's seducing him? Let's get it out of the way now. Who's doing it?
Nose goes.
I volunteered already. I'm here for it.
Great.
It's a Thursday.
Yeah, my skills are more in the intimidate realm rather than the.
I didn't get at it with
here's a
prison
question.
lady.
Here's a question. Point of order from the player.
Yes.
Given the way that D&D always turns out, why did they not just in 5e bother adding a skill in seduction?
Because it would only default to bards because they're jerks.
I guess, but it just feels like it could be a lot more efficient.
I did play a home game where we had an added home stat skill for horniness.
Really?
So yeah, we added that as a separate skills check.
Does it? Oh, it's sluttiness
skill?
for.
It's sluttiness
skeletons.
for skeletons.
Stupid
Yeah.
scary skeletons.
Yeah.
Interesting. Skeleton sluttiness.
No,
Well, so-
no. Character
no.
sluttiness. We'll talk about this in the after dark.
Okay. Okay.
I
Adding
But yes,
to my
I would
after
like to-
dark list.
would like to know more
I'll
about.
do that next time.
But yeah, okay. Priscilla again is a little tipsy. She's like, all right, so I'm sorry. The plan. We're going to go scout the place with pizzas and then seduce Elix. That's the plan.
Yeah, basically. Do you think it works? You know these folks better than we do.
I only know one of them better, and I don't. That's not really that helpful. Do we know where Elix is? If he likes drinking, he's probably not there because
He's at an alliterative bar.
Okay, so it's probably one of the bars in the neighborhood. So
Near bar.
is it?
So when we walk,
I'm
we can
also
walk
sure.
the bars as well. We can do like
yeah,
a pub crawl.
I mean, I know. In
All
that,
three is a pub crawl.
there are a few in that neighborhood. There's the busty barmaid.
How do you know that? What the fuck?
Okay.
There's the what's it called?
It's probably the busty barmaid.
No, there's a couple others.
That
There's
feels like his place.
there is the
treacherous
there
tavern.
is the tipsy tankard.
The
There's
dingy dingaroo.
that one too. Well, that's a little bit more on the outskirts of town, but it could be that one.
Did they close the Salty Sailor? I think they did, didn't they?
I heard they reopened it under new management.
Oh, damn it.
Could be better.
So it's probably one of those. I think that's all of them that would meet his criteria.
What if
So-
we split up? 2 people find the bar, 2 people walk the perimeter. Because it's like 4:30 and the horse races really ate up a chunk of our time.
It's solidly half an hour.
Oh, not that much. It felt longer.
I definitely took an hour here.
We've been here an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
Okay.
been here 90 minutes.
I think we should go and check it out.
Okay,
All of us or split?
The two of us can go and check it out and snoop around and
great.
We're very snoopy.
yes.
Would you be my wingman?
I'll show you how to look in the
course.
windows.
Of course. All right.
Any sexy here?
All right. Well, this is going to be.
And what about our guests?
Oh shit, you can go home.
I think Priscilla, maybe take a nap if you can.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Priscilla takes one of the baggies off of the table, pours out a bunch of powder, and just instantly snorts a line of whatever the hell that was.
Okay. All right.
Just
Don't forget to hydrate.
Priscilla,
what?
have my water skin here.
Yeah, I'm very well hydrated. I just haven't been trancing well these days. There's been a lot going on at work.
I don't know how to help you then. Drink the water anyway.
All right. She chugs a bunch of water. I'll take Adrisa back to the Cognoscenti Esoterica HQ, and maybe I'll meet up with all of you later. If you need, you know how to get. You two know how to get a hold of me if you need me. Just tap the card if something goes viciously awry. I'm not sure where Hyacinth is. He said something about having to go off and deal with something in the outer planes, so he's around.
Who's Hyacinth?
A rabbit.
A rabbit?
Oh, did you never meet Hyacinth? He's a very toothy
Hyacinth.
rabbit.
Oh, I remember.
Yes, the one who likes to eat small animals and smile at everyone. Yes.
Yes, how is he?
Vicious and terrifying.
Good.
Ate a robot for them a while back.
Ate a robot.
Yes, I think something like that.
Hyacinth. MVP Hyacinth.
Every time. More popular than I am, which personally I'm fine with. Right, okay, well, good luck, everyone. Please try not to get caught, because I don't know how murdery Dusk, as she calls herself now, is feeling, so...
Murdery Dusk.
We can handle ourselves. We're professionals.
Murdery Dusk sounds like a bad novel. Murdery Dusk.
It does
Write
sound like
that
a
title
really,
down.
really terrible
memoir.
romance novel.
Oh, when I write my book about the prisoners, I will also write Murdery Dusk.
All right. And with that, the party splits itself off.
Party.
Yeah.
It's
let's-
still happy hour.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll sort of fast forward through this a little bit, but let's go ahead and see what it is that you guys managed to do over these next couple of hours of plotting and exploring or whatever. So let's start with our scout team. Stuart and Tyr, you head off toward the guild house area. You get there sort of as the sun is starting to crest below the hills. So you've just got that nice beautiful golden hour. It's not fully dark yet.
Can I get goggles from Sloan on the way if it's gonna get dark?
Priscilla would be able to provide you with goggles,
Okay, cool.
actually, which she may have actually gotten from Sloan at this point. He's probably supplying her. But yes, these are essentially goggles of dark vision.
Great, awesome. Continue.
Yes.
I was about to be like,
Yeah. No, I forgot. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. New kids need toys.
all the toys.
You guys head off and you make it to the guild house. Do I have a fun description that I can read? I do. The Agile Hands Guild House is situated at the end of a winding cobbled street that runs parallel to a small river. The back of the stables faces a grassy embankment scattered with mulberry trees. The guild house is a wooden complex consisting of a main building with an adjoining tower and basement, as well as a livery area that includes stables, an office, and quarters for paying visitors.
So
We
there's
can literally. You go.
there's no other houses around it. It's kind of by itself.
Yes,
so-
it's kind of set off on its own. Think like, English village farmhouse where it's not like fully isolated or anything. It is within range of the city, but it has a fair amount of land surrounding it.
So getting a good look will require being on the property and sneaking around.
Yes. I will say as you arrive, you're walking along. You can fudge it a little bit of like you're on the main road and you turn up this kind of cobblestone, and it's fairly easy to play off as like you might just be like going for a little ramble and you just took a wrong turn. It is not until you start to get within sightline of the house that you see like up on the porch of the house is like a big plank of wood that's like nailed to the porch that basically says no solicitors, keep out, visitors not welcome, or whatever. But there's nothing like down at the road, so you can kind of wander up and be like, oh no, we were looking for a fishing spot, without too much trouble immediately.
What's our story? I think we both disguise.
Yes.
I'm quite distinctive.
Yes.
I need to be discreet.
Does your disguise alter yourself or just disguise?
I just think about that. From what I remember, I don't play spellcasters. I can disguise myself.
I believe you can only disguise. I don't believe you can
Okay.
alter if
I'm
it's
double checking.
the thing that I
It's
believe it is.
Just disguise self.
What is the difference?
One changes your physical being, the other one is just an illusion.
And this is which one?
An illusion,
Oh, okay. That's
which is fine.
That's fine.
It's very good.
I can be an ordinary human.
Yes.
I guess.
Perfect.
Great. What will you be?
An ordinary human male.
What's our story? I'm quite the actor.
We're just ordinary people, just looking and doing ordinary things.
What if, Mr. Voyeur, what if we're on a date? And like, oh, we're so in love, we just wandered off of the path.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
And if anybody catches us, like, oh, we're just kissing. You don't have to kiss me, but you know, there's a story.
Right. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Sounds good. We were just kissing. Yep. Nothing else.
Nothing else, just kissing and wandering and not looking at the house.
Yes.
Let's go
Definitely
look at the
not
house.
watching them have sex.
Which window was it? Out of
It
curiosity?
was at a tavern. Unfortunately.
They were having sex in the tavern, not at the guild headquarters.
Correct. Yes. I didn't know where the guild house was. I picked up on Dusk as she was leaving them
Okay.
somewhere.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe no more watching sex. It's kissing and nothing else.
That's it.
But
Just
not
ordinary people doing ordinary things.
And not watching.
Yes.
Okay, we're humans. It's the point of that. And we're really good at it.
Yes, humans who like kissing and
We love
nothing
to
else.
kiss.
Stuart tosses a stone up in the air and it starts hovering around his head.
I'm so sorry. Before we split, can I hand you a friendship bracelet?
Yes.
Yeah, the other two of you just see as you guys are getting ready to split up, what happens is Gemma just goes, and like pulls like a braid out of her hair and like weaves it together, hands it to Stuart, who kind of winces and puts it on.
What does that do?
Communication.
Oh, I want one.
I can only do one.
Can I have the next one?
Sure.
Thank you.
Tomorrow.
What? Well, now I want to do the heist tomorrow. Just kidding. Okay, focus. Let's do it.
You guys make your way up the cobblestone path and start to take a look around. Give me perception checks.
No.
I got you, 21.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
7.
Okay. You're trying to look around, but you're also really distracted, having flashbacks to all of the things that you saw through that tavern window and can never unsee. But you, Tyr, are able to look around. You notice at this current point, you see that there is somebody. Looks like they're kind of bedding down some horses. Taking them into the stables, kind of getting them tucked in. You see, where is it? You see that there is someone who appears to have just maybe unloaded the horse that is getting kind of brushed down, led off to the stables, headed for the area that appears to be some sort of guest house attached to the stables. I'm making sure that I'm not pulling this out of my butt as much as I thought I was. Yeah. These sort of like guest quarters ? So it seems that they do have at least one guest staying here. You both obviously see these massive planks that are nailed to the porch that have all of these like "get out, leave us alone, go away" notes.
We should go on the porch.
Sure.
I don't.
I think that sign says if you ignore this and go over, you find something.
We don't want to give away our plan.
It's like a double bluff.
But if we're here now and then we show up with the pizzas later, that would be
But-
weird.
Okay. Okay. I really want. Okay, it's fine.
I'll stay back and watch.
I didn't know about that. Okay, we can keep going the perimeter.
As you sort of continue looping your way around, you see some other traces of movement. Again, we're getting to that like nighttime phase, so it looks like people are maybe sort of like anybody who's staying here maybe sort of arriving and settling in. You do see at one point a little raven sort of like flits off out of one of the upper story windows and goes soaring off toward the town. You can hear the nickering of horses as you pass by the stables, and then as you're sort of rounding behind the stables toward the back of the house, you just hear like, "Hey!"
What are you doing? Stop it!
I don't know.
I'm afraid. Stop it!
What?
I don't know. I thought you found us.
What?
What's
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry.
And you just see a real a thug is the only way to describe it. Like it looks like one of the dudes from the tavern in Tangled. Like he's just a bit like bald, full beard,
Has a dream.
leather armor. Probably has a dream. Ain't gonna tell you about it. Carrying a club. He's got a short sword at his side. He just kind of like walks over and is just like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, we were just kissing.
Yes.
Well, go kiss someone else.
Which,
Oh.
is there a good place for that?
Yeah, not here.
But the river's just so beautiful.
Then go sit in it.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, we don't want any trouble. No trouble.
Good, then get out.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Can I look him over to see any sort of like alarm, the key card like from the museum?
Give me a perception or investigation.
No.
I'd like to do it too.
You can if you want.
14.
Use a bit.
Yeah.
I'll use my bit.
Oh, I should have used that on the horse racing.
What do I do? Do I just give it back to you?
Anyway.
Toss it back to me.
That's true. That's
All
right.
right, and now you can roll a d6 and add that to
Oh,
whatever you
Gemma,
rolled.
telling me how to. 18.
18. You look him over. You do not see any insignia, no key card, no amulet, no. Just looks like a normal ass dude in some normal ass thug wear.
We were disguised as well, so just kind of.
Yeah.
We're so sneaky.
Oh yeah. I mean, you hear him. You kind of hear him as he walks away, buttering up and be like, "Oh, these kids think they can just make out." In my day, we had to go find a
did
place to
it.
park the carriage.
We totally did.
Like, you know, as he kind of like heads back toward the house.
We found like nothing.
I like.
It's like an ordinary house and it says don't go on the porch. Can we go on the porch?
You can go on the porch.
I kind of want to go on the porch. But are we going on the porch with the pizza?
Yes.
Hey,
What if we...
hey! I thought I told you to go find someone else to kiss.
Oh, sorry. I'll just go.
Get moving. Go.
I'll go towards
Move.
the porch.
Towards
the porch.
Hey. He starts following you like
I'm
rent-a-cop in a mall, like just very up in your business all of a sudden.
Okay, let's go, darling. Don't do the porch right now.
Dude just stands there and like does the dad glare at you, making sure you get all the way down the cobblestone drive back to the main road.
Yep. Yeah.
That mission was shit. Okay.
Yep. Total shit.
That's our mission.
Ocean and Gemma, what are you up to?
Well
I
done.
hit on a bitch.
We're doing a pub crawl.
Yeah.
You're doing a pub crawl.
Yep.
Okay.
You know what this guy looks like.
Yes.
Yes, I know who
Great.
this guy is.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be on the lookout for
Because
him.
I don't.
Okay. He looks like the guy.
Which bar are you going to first?
Whichever one is along the path first. I think the first one we would come to is the Busty Barman.
Cool. You pop into the Busty Barmaid. Happy hour has just started, so it's not super full yet, but you know it's gonna fill up quick.
Okay.
You take a scan around. The barmaid who is working tonight is in fact incredibly buxom. Looks very appropriate to the role. She looks at you and is just like, "Hey, happy hour just started. Doing a 2-for-1 special. Can I get you anything?"
Best time. What's your special?
Oh, special. We are doing whiskey shots with lager follows.
Oh, absolutely.
One for
You
each.
too?
Can I have a Diet Coke?
Yeah, sure.
Someone's got to be the DD, you know?
Hey,
What's the closest you have to a Diet Coke here?
you know, we appreciate responsibility. I will absolutely get you a Diet Cola. Do you want me to like put any fun flavor syrups in that? You want some cherry, some pear, some mango, some rutabaga?
I'm gonna live dangerously. Could you put a lemon wedge on the edge of the glass?
Girl, I'll get you two.
You're
Cute.
You are crazy tonight.
I know. I'm really, really living it up tonight.
She gets you your beverages, slides them to you. Everybody give me perception checks.
Okay. Yes. Perception checks. A thing that I know how to do.
Roll a d20 and then add the number
I
next
just
to
had
your
to find the
perception.
tab again.
No, I know. It's somewhere on this page.
Yeah, okay. So that's a 4. I got a 5.
The trouble is, as soon as you sit down and take your drinks, the entire fraternity, you recognize these guys.
Oh my god.
Because a lot of times they're at Dave's bar. The entire fraternity shows up at that exact moment. And you guys are like
Literally
pinned up at the
all
bar.
day today.
And just,
Oh my god.
so you really can't see anything because you guys were at the bar and now they are also all at the bar.
Having really impressed this barmaid with my wild and crazy order, I am going to ask her if Elix is a regular here.
She's like,
So I'll mention him by name. I'll kind of
Oh,
describe him. Just
she didn't say she would much rather talk to you guys than the frat boys.
Sure, of
So
course.
she absolutely, she's like, oh, Elix? Yeah, he's in here all the time. Well, okay, he was in here all the time. I
Did
really
he get kicked out?
no. He started flirting with that absolute slut down at the Tipsy Tavern. I mean, like, honestly, I'm impressed because, like, she's been trying to pull one for a while, and like, good for her, right?
yeah, you know
Yeah.
what?
You get it, girl.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah, no, he's been spending all of his time down there at
Okay, so we
Carissa.
should go there.
Carissa.
Carissa.
Okay, so
with
we
the
need to-
K.
We need to look for him and Carissa with a K at the Tipsy.
You absolutely
Okay.
cannot. You absolutely cannot miss her. She's got bright blue hair. She always has it up in the highest of ponytails.
Oh, okay.
I see why he's into it. I'm a little bummed because really I haven't had anybody in my bar with pecs like that in a while. But you know what? And she looks around the frat boys. I will probably survive. I think I'm gonna get tipped really well tonight. So
Yeah, get it, girl.
Best of luck.
I'm just saying.
Absolute best.
If you're gonna go for Elix, just be safe. Be responsible. Tell somebody where you're going, because sometimes he likes to take girls up to that weird ass like frat house that he hangs out at, out on the edge
Is
of
he?
town.
Wait. He's also a frat guy?
It's like a frat or something. I don't know. He hangs out at that weird place on the edge of town. He always kind of smells like horses, and then he's always bragging about all of the cool shit that they gave him. I assumed it was a frat
People
house.
Could be into that, I guess. Yeah.
Is there like a window?
Just probably. I haven't been up there personally,
Okay.
so I wouldn't actually know. But
right.
like, just
Just
I'm just saying,
wondering.
girls
It's a
looking out for
long
girls.
story.
Just
Thanks.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Buddy system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna tell you that we're gonna go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I told someone,
Okay.
all right. Well, you
and I told you.
You
I'm
girls-
so sorry. What was your name?
I'm sorry. I'm Lisa.
Lisa. Thank you so much, Lisa. And
Yeah.
also, you were right. Special is great.
And
Always on point.
it's Diet Coke.
Nothing but the best.
Yeah.
The secret: micro bubbles in the carbonation.
That's brilliant.
Right? Well, you guys have fun, and if you see Elix, wait until you're done doing whatever you're gonna do with him, and then tell him I said hi.
Okay.
Will do.
Will do.
You guys head into the
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
chug your beverages and head to.
All right. Do we want to do this like
Tipsy tankard.
friendly like, or do we want to be like, where is that bitch Carissa with that K?
Oh no! Don't put Carissa in the middle of it. She's just working.
Good point.
Friendly.
Good point.
Friendly with
Good point.
Carissa.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys head to the Tipsy Tankard. By the time you get there, it's a few minutes walk. Everything is absolutely picking up because again, it is happy hour. Go ahead and give me
And-
perception checks. As
And
you
we're
enter.
happy. And we're happy. Okay.
Did not realize I was going to have to initiate my drinking mechanics
Oh,
on
God.
this module.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna.
I rolled a 2. I'm not even drinking. And I
No.
rolled a 2.
That is perception. 23.
23. Great. Thank you. With the 23, yeah, you walk in, and based on the description that you have gotten from Ocean, you immediately clock this very, very, like, This dude could be a paladin. He's got like the chiseled and the blonde hair and the
pecs.
like shiny.
The aforementioned pecs.
Yes, very much aforementioned pecs. He is wearing an open front silk shirt, unbuttoned but tucked in.
We respect
like,
it.
yeah, you know, it's a choice. It's a look.
You got it.
Very
Flaunt it.
tight leather pants, leaving very little to the imagination, which is
That's
fine.
a choice.
One way or another, good night.
You know, he is like fully like posed up, leaning on the bar, chatting with a barmaid with blue hair and a high ponytail.
Well then,
Found him.
how do we want to do this?
Do we just go giggle a lot at the bar and?
I mean, maybe, or I could like steal his wallet. I don't really know.
What
how
if?
to flirt.
Wait, no, wait. What if you steal it and then we're like, oh my god, is this yours? We found this on the ground outside.
Sure.
Does he pay? Wait, do we pay in advance?
Is there a bouncer checking IDs at the door?
No, there is absolutely not a bouncer. I will ask, what exactly are you trying to accomplish with Elix? Like, what
We're
is the
gonna
goal
flirt
here?
him up and either figure out where things are or get him to potentially take us back to.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I guess I will say, based on the description that I decided on of what he was wearing, you can absolutely see outlined very clearly in his incredibly tight leather pants that he has a set of keys in one pocket, one front pocket, and a wallet in
the other.
back.
Okay. So another thing that we could do is that I'm not very good at it. But I do have some light telekinesis.
Okay.
So what if we just like, I mean, like he's clearly got keys, right? I mean, like we're all seeing this.
You really can't unsee it, to be perfectly
Yeah.
honest.
What if while he's distracted, we just like,
Yoink the keys.
yeah, just magic them, see if it works. Maybe we don't even have to talk to this dude.
fair.
It's worth a try.
Let's try it. I'm gonna, like, is there a dance floor?
Oh, yes.
Can we dance floor to distract while,
Yeah.
so it's not obvious telekinesis?
You can absolutely go hop up on the bachelorette party that is jamming.
Okay. Yeah.
And
yeah.
just kind of insert yourself onto the edge of the bachelorette party.
Yeah. Cool. The problem with the telekinesis thing is that the player does not know how to use it.
Oh,
No, you're fine.
Got helpers.
so
Okay.
it's a mage hand.
It is a mage hand.
What are your meta magic skills?
My meta magics are somewhere on here.
It's gonna be in your features.
Features. Scrolling.
The GM also had to double check telekinesis so that I can make sure that this is
careful as
going to
well.
do the thing that I'm afraid it's going to do, which is going to be hilarious.
And I mean,
Yeah,
subtle
I
we
don't-
probably
yeah.
don't even need to use because it's probably loud in here. He's not
I'm
going
just
to notice the
thinking
jingling.
mage hand because mage hand is a visible thing.
True.
I was gonna see if you had.
And Kaylee was too scared to play a sorcerer.
True.
Look, you know, there are only bad choices at this table, even when you think you're making good ones.
The kissing
So you
and the voyeur.
maybe you would need to. He might need to be proactive. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
Is he
he's
going to be
he's
looking?
busy flirting.
Yeah. If,
he's also
if I approach
if
from
we-
the side so that he's
Yeah.
not looking at that hand.
Yeah.
And if we're 30 feet away, like,
Yeah.
and we're dancing.
I will definitely say that he is going to roll any sort of like notice you check with disadvantage because he is very invested in this conversation that is clearly
Okay,
incredibly
okay,
intellectual.
okay, I'm gonna do it,
and
I'm gonna do it.
valid. All right. So we're gonna try to telekinesis the keys out of his pocket.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
What am I rolling?
I'm gonna go ahead. You just go ahead and use your own stats for this. I'm gonna have you roll a. Let's call it a sleight of hand check. I think.
Okay, sleight of hand check. All right. So that's an 18.
Cool. You rolled an 18. He rolled a natural 1 on his perception check.
Carissa's great.
Yeah.
He absolutely has no idea as you kind of like reach for it, like you know, reach in with your mind, kind of tug, get a little bit stuck on the edge of the pocket, panic for a second, and then just boom, and now these keys are floating toward you
And then it just kind of like,
into your hand.
just kind of makes its way around this group of bachelorettes. And
Oh my god, this is so great. One of them is like, woo! And casts some dancing lights that start rotating around.
absolutely.
Get in
Yeah, and then just kind of the keys make their way over, and
The white dragonborn who is the bride walks up and is just like, oh my god, I love you guys! A huge hug. Has no
Like,
idea.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
Can we get you drinks?
Oh my god, you guys are so great! Yes, absolutely.
Anything for you.
of course, it's your day. Oh my god.
They continue boogieing, and you
yeah.
make your escape, at least from the pot of bridesmaids.
Yeah, no, I think we're done here. I think if we want more drinks, we can go somewhere where the guy we just stole from is not present. So like, I think we get away from him, and then if we want to continue to party, there's like 5 more alliterative named bars on
I'm
this street.
assuming we established a meetup place.
Of course not.
But you have friendship bracelets
Okay,
now.
I'm gonna just
I hope they're like just kissing.
We're just kissing.
And we're not
Ordinary
interrupting
things.
anything more
Doing
serious.
ordinary things.
I'm gonna
Humans
just, yeah,
kiss.
I will message Stuart and just be like, so we got some keys.
We got shit.
Yeah, we got chased off the property by a low-level thug. I really wanted to
Comparably,
like, destroy him.
comparably effective missions.
And with those 2 equally successful recon missions, the party makes their way toward whatever alliteratively named bar they have decided to meet up as, and that is where we will close tonight's session.
I think it's the salty sailor to see how new management.
To see how new management
Yeah,
is
see if
doing.
they fix it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for playing. Thank you all in the audience for joining us. We had so many raids tonight. We had so many viewers tonight. Thank you all for joining us for this, our first episode
Are we
of
pulling the last?
We are, and I'm
Masterpiece
just going to
Imbroglio.
roll it.
Yes, we're gonna roll
You know what?
the last
Let's do 2 minutes. So enter #chaos into the chat now.
#chaos into the chat. It's your last chance to enter for this giveaway. I will tell you about some of our upcoming programming, and then we will roll a quick giveaway. So, today is Tuesday. Wednesday, we have the Redacted Report. We're continuing with Season 6. I know a bunch of you in the chat listen. If you want to listen, you've got 5 whole seasons to catch up with. It's great. On Thursday, Inspiration Point, I believe will be dropping a new episode. I have not heard otherwise. That's our latest acquisition. Tiana Wren Hansen and Adam Power, thank you, host that, and they talk about all kinds of things related to tabletop gaming. It's very fun. There's also many previous seasons of that with Adam and Andrew Gertzen. Wonderful show. Give it a listen. We will be back here at 7 p.m. Pacific next week.
With no technical difficulties.
With hopefully no technical difficulties. And some more wacky heist hijinks as we try to steal this magical portrait that is clearly totally fine and there's no problems with. No. And for our patrons, there may or may not be an Arena of the 5Es this month, to be determined, so make sure that you are paying attention in our Discord, and we will keep you updated on that. Thomas, shall we roll?
We will roll it, but don't forget tomorrow night is the Thursday night is the
Thursday
Crit
night.
Awards.
Thursday night is the Crit Awards, twitch.tv/Crit Awards. It is the first one ever. Quest and Chaos and some adjacent folks are nominated in several categories alongside a bunch of other amazing TTRPG creators. Please give it a watch and let us know if you're there and what you think. We'd love to have your support for us and for all of the members of our community. We will post more info in our Discord because we have to make sure that we have all the timing correct. They're doing the award ceremony live from Gen Con, so it's going to be in
Central Time Zone.
Central Time Zone. I think for us it starts at like 5 or 6, but don't quote me on that. I have to go look it up. So join our Discord or watch our socials. We will make sure to post about it.
Thursday, August 3rd, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
So
Oh.
3 p.m. Pacific.
3 p.m.
3 p.m. I'll actually get to watch then. I will not be working. Cool. All right. Join us. And again, hang out in our Discord. Thank you to, it looks like Superstar Candy Bar. Superstar Candy Bar, if you are here, make yourself known. We will whisper you, and we will try to get you your deck of inspiration. Lastly, because I know you're tired of listening to my voice, because this was the talkie episode of the info dump. This week, help support Quests and Chaos. find one of your favorite videos of ours on YouTube and leave us a comment telling us about what your favorite moment in that video is. It can be a past game, an arena. Just let the algorithm know that you're still watching us. We really appreciate it. Join our Patreon, join our Discord, follow us on all of the socials. We're going to record a little After Dark where we talk about some things, I'm sure. That'll be up for our patrons. And the rest of you, we will see next week. Good night.
Night.
Bye.
That's only like I remember which ones are players and which ones are mine. I do not keep track of who was holding what. To be fair, I don't mind if you guys reshuffle them at the beginning of the next episode. Because as long as you're only holding one, because I am a stickler for dumb stuff. That was actually, we allow that.
That's why I didn't see. I was like, am I allowed to pee?
You are allowed to pee. I was trying to keep things tight.
No,
and
it's
didn't
okay.
quite
It was
work.
my fault.
But yeah. Yeah, we had a question come up in our Discord earlier. Somebody was asking, because back in the day when the deck was still being developed, we had PDFs of the like, basically like the playtest version, and people would pick specific cards that they assigned.
Yeah.
And I am a killjoy. I am literally the professional killjoy of this channel. And when I started running things, I changed things and just made them random draws.
Nice.
But part of that also was that when we released the official decks, people wanted to assign from the DUI, and other DMs can do what they like. I put a hard kibosh on that because while my personal rule is that if you break my game, it's because I didn't pivot quickly enough, because I like to think on my feet, and I don't think it's possible to break a game. I think if you break a
With
game,
horse racing?
I think if you break, no, that didn't break the game at all. If you break a game, it's because your GM is not willing to find a way to pivot to let you do the thing you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to be able to succeed, and they can put guardrails on you, but like I don't think it's truly possible to break a game. The DUI has some stuff in it that can severely affect your ability to run a game on stream in an efficient and effective way. And so for that reason, I'm like, no, you cannot.
This specific
Like for this specific use case,
yeah.
If other DMs want to do it, I'm like, no, I need to be able to have control of that. And I have given out DUI cards before. I usually pre-select 5 at the top of the
5
game.
that are workable.
5 that I know will not totally wreck things, and then that's what I put in. Hello, patrons. We're trying that new thing where we just go live and I don't tell them so that it's more organic and we continue with conversation. But I know because I can see the monitor.
I mean, I suppose if we had any observation skills at all, we also.
I mean, it's
Everybody's
behind us.
passive perception.
well,
One.
There's that.
So was the horse racing in the module?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
The names that I pulled for the horses are actually, there is a table in here of if you need other names for low or mid-ranked members of the guild. And because I knew it was just right there on the page so I could pull it very quickly to like not break the flow, I was just like, yeah, sure, why not? These are now the horse names. You
That's
guys aren't
so
going to get the
funny.
name of the bandits because I'm assuming you're going to like knock them out and not, ask
It's
each
gonna
one
be
of them a million
so
questions.
good though if all of the bandits have the same names as the horses.
Evil Lily.
They named the horses.
After the band, well, because the
Each of the
bandits
bandits-
obviously own all the horses.
Yeah, yeah,
'cause
duh.
they're
and
on
they're
the
not
tape.
very creative with the names.
This is the one that I named. It was my name.
Yeah. The one that I stumbled on that I was not prepared for was the Busty Barmaid. I did not have one prepared for that because again, one of my personal annoyances, I understand the trope of it to ask everybody their name, but I'm like, do you go to Starbucks and ask every barista who ever
they
gives you
have a
coffee
name
their
tag.
name?
Duh.
Okay, so you guys should look at the name tag. Like, here's a if you're playing in a game and you want to
we should put in some work.
yes, like just look and be like, thanks, Bev. Like, I really appreciate it. Or like, oh, Janessa, you're amazing. Just read the name off of their tag. And if you're wrong, and your GM is like, oh, this is actually an important person whose name you need to know, then it becomes the Superstore game of it's just a character who always wears a name tag that's different from their actual name because they don't want customers to know their name.
All the bandits have name tags.
Please, dear God.
No, you don't get to ask the bandits their names because you're supposed to.
Because they have name
This is a
tags. You don't have
stealth mission.
to.
Yeah, you don't need to know their names. You're gonna just knock them out or sneak past
We're gonna
them.
knock someone back and be like, that was David.
No, Dave's the bartender. We already
Oh
have a
shit,
Dave.
that was Steven.
Every bartender is Dave.
There is only one David in the world.
Yeah. I mean, I have started doing that in some of my games where I deliberately just pick names that I already have. And I'm like, yeah, there's several Marks in this game. Like, Mark is a common name in the world.
Yeah.
So, like, multiple
I
different
love
names.
asking
So
names.
It
I will not do that to you.
peeves me off so much.
I will not
when
do that to you.
I don't mind when people ask names when it makes sense. I don't understand why we need to know the name of every like merchant and vendor in every location because you're never gonna talk to that character again. And now I've burned a perfectly good name that I could have used otherwise.
I mean, I'm gonna be doing this now.
Yeah, you have to torment the DM sometimes.
You guys can just torment me by sucking. Like,
Wow.
just
Sorry,
We were
can't
gonna do that.
Only kissing.
just
no.
roll good.
Wait, you're kissing.
Speaking of,
Yeah, just roll good, and then I'll be peeved. You don't have to do it
one of the
deliberately.
notes I made to myself because it made me laugh was you were talking about how the esoterica folks collect exotic items, and we had already made the erotica joke, and so all I could think of for like 5 minutes after that was the bedazzled sex toy.
Oh, yes. Yes. Cheryle and I play in a Rise of the Rune Lord game, and there is a dungeon where you go into, and all you get out of it is like 10,000 GPs worth of bedazzled sex toys.
I want to go to there.
It's
You fight some succubi.
yeah, you fight some succubi, and you
Wow.
get just a lot of things that cannot be described on a
Pathfinder.
monetized channel.
Wow.
It's wild.
They're just kissing.
Yeah, you know. I mean, you know, look.
Hashtag.
One thing that I was considering doing, I'll just go ahead and name it here, and maybe I'll bring it up in the Discord later. But we may not do an arena this month because, to be perfectly honest, it's really hard to get together the resources, the people resources to run an arena, especially when we've got other games going. So we're debating on that. But one thing that I was saying to Thomas last week when we were talking about it, I was like, well, maybe I just have the patrons like come up with like weird magic items or cool treasures that can be hidden in the module. And if they happen to find things in the course of the crawl through the next couple of
Like
modules
a
of
cool
Golden Vault.
tattoo.
Like a bedazzled sex toy.
Yeah,
called
so-
Dave and Buster's.
Please.
Yeah, so you know, patrons, if you want to suggest esoteric items that might be
Erotic.
hidden, they don't have to be erotic. They do have to be esoteric because that's the actual word. But if you want to suggest some esoteric items that have like fairly mundane, potentially magical effects, you know, or not, or just that are just weird items that I can like hide around the Thieves Guild for people to possibly run into,
So
maybe
how do
they'll
you
show
know
up.
they only stole the painting?
Yeah.
Well, you don't because you didn't actually ask Adrisa any questions.
Oh.
You didn't actually, Priscilla took you to introduce you to Adrisa to be able to ask her about like how they acquired the painting, what they were going to do with it, and how the guild may have found it, and you guys asked her nothing. You guys went to the racetrack
I
instead.
said there might be a mole. And that's all I said.
I mean, you did get a fair amount out of Grinky. You don't know how reliable his information is, because based
I mean,
on what he
sucked
told
at
you,
the horses.
based on what he told you about the horse races,
I feel like
you
they
don't know,
were
but
pretty clear of we got painting to study painting. That felt very clear to me.
Yeah.
So I don't
Just to study painting, nothing else.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, you're not going to tell us anything beyond that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she did actually know more things, as did Priscilla,
But was
you
she
guys
going
did
to
not
tell
ask.
us?
You guys didn't ask, so you guys don't know.
Damn it. Well, now we know how to
we
play
have
this
keys
game.
now. So.
Where do the keys go? You don't know.
I have them.
anywhere.
Good.
What if one goes to his motorcycle? He has a motorcycle, right?
He has a possessed motorcycle.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
It is his like warlock summons. Because
Did
that
we take
dude
the
is
motorcycle
clearly
and
a
ride it
warlock.
3 doors down to the next bar.
Yes.
Oh my god. See, this is the downside of us deciding to do 3 episodes per module instead of 2, is that I have to allow a certain amount of this to happen.
We have an extra episode.
We originally started this with only 2 episodes per module, and
Go
the
us.
feedback that we got was that people liked having a little bit more time to sit in
You
the
did
modules
this
and
to
understand
yourself.
things.
Yeah.
So I
There
see
wasn't,
who
asked for
there wasn't
feedback?
enough time for shenanigans.
Well, see, here's the problem is that, like, that's actually what they wanted, and it's what I was trying to avoid, because, again, killjoy. No, it is nice having...
Customer's always right.
It is nice having the
Except when they're
extra
not.
time. It's just really funny to me when I'm like, I gave you an entire episode to ask people questions. You didn't ask
And we went to
2
the
of the
horse
3 people
races.
questions.
And did some kissing.
We did.
So-
We did.
did ask
and we found nothing.
Again, you got a fairly good
And-
amount out of Grinky.
Yeah, we got some info
And we
from Grady and we
discovered
got some
that we have a
keys.
vaudeville act in the making.
Ah, yes, that's right. A pal and a gem.
That is so funny.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, you had a question about spooky, scary skeletons.
Did I?
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you for writing shit down.
Yes.
No.
This is why
I did take
write
notes,
this.
but not on
No.
this.
So there is the game that a TTRPG that I wrote called Spooky Scary Skeletons, and in Spooky Scary Skeletons you play as trick-or-treaters battling the skeleton army.
Excellent.
We played it last Halloween. If you didn't see that and you want to, I believe it is up on the YouTube channel. And if not, don't at me. But in that game, the 2 mechanics are your scarediness and your sugariness. And there's an optional third mechanic,
cute.
which is your sluttiness, which is if you want to play it as like college kids who are drinking. So then you have a third stat where you can drink, and to a certain point, it makes you like bolder and more courageous. But if you tip over that point, it makes you do dumb shit.
Okay.
That's cool.
So, but yeah,
You're smart.
I'm not smart, but I had a lot of free time when I was unemployed.
You're also
So, but yeah, that's where that comes from. It was actually a game that Cal ran, where we incorporated the horniness mechanic. Christy was in that game, and she was a daughter of Zeus. And so we
amazing.
came up with some random joke came up about like, every time this happens, do I just feel my dad being like, yeah, get it? And so we instated a horn mechanic where whenever certain things would happen, we would roll, and somebody would be like, what's happening? Why do I feel fuzzy? What's happening? It was terrible. It was a great game. It was just a terrible mechanic. We were nightmares. As is
there are worse
tradition.
things to be like cursed.
All right. Yeah. Throw some sand at a guy. Tell him he's cursed. That's all
Yep.
it takes.
My favorite challenge in tonight's game was the fact that I've had a like minor allergy or cold thing going on for like a week, so I've been like trying to palm a Kleenex for like this whole stream.
Wow.
Just because occasionally the nose will just like decide to do its thing. So that should be better by next week, and then I will, not have to spend 25% of my brain power on
How do I get this Kleenex to my nose?
on don't be snotty on camera.
I mean, you could just drip. We've got weird audience members. They might be cool with that.
I'm not sure.
They're into that.
I'm not sure I'm into that.
That's fair. That's fair too.
Yeah.
I was jealous of your dice tower. I tried to do it twice, and then it fell, and I'd be
I'm
like,
gonna post that.
That is called I haven't had a good idea in like 15 minutes, and I'm not sure why I'm at this table. Let me fidget until
What's the
I come up with an idea.
appropriate channel for this?
For
question.
there shouldn't be a Golden Vault channel.
Oh,
There is a golden ball
Yeah.
channel, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to give us feedback about Golden Vault, you can do it in the Golden Vault channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I think we're gonna wind it up so that we can get people home. For those of us who have to work, I'm sure Thomas probably has another early morning.
Oh,
Me
that's
too.
right. I have a job.
Yeah,
I have
Oh,
a job
yeah.
I have to do.
A real
I haven't even seen my cats yet.
but
I also have one of those, and she's gonna be real mad because this is past my curfew.
Yeah.
I have a curfew imposed by the cat, and it is either 10 or 10:30, and
But it is neither of those things.
yeah, and I'm not gonna be home.
We
She's
will
gonna be mad.
have to face the wrath of
Yeah.
cats, but hopefully we will not face your wrath. Thank you all for joining us, our lovely patrons. Thank you for all of the cards. Thank you for all of the bits. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on in the studio so we can do these kinds of shenanigans, and I can be forced to make up names of well-endowed barmaids on the spot. Thank you all.
Thank you,
We will be
Lisa.
back here next
Thank you,
time,
Kirsten.
and we'll see you all soon. Good night.
Good night.